The Mercedes-Benz CLA is the cheapest vehicle you can buy in their model lineup, which actually used to be the C-Class a couple of years ago. The CLA, ever since 2014, has been the vehicle choice for people who want to have the Mercedes prestige and name without having the typical price tag of one. But with so many vehicles competing in this class now, the CLA must up the ante with its overall appeal. So for 2017, Mercedes sees a minor refresh for the CLA, which includes updated styling and features. So let's go ahead and check out and take a closer look at this 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA. Now, it can be a little hard to tell the updates that Mercedes has made on the new CLA here, but you do have new revised headlights and taillights, but you can really tell that when you get the optional higher end headlights, which now come with LED headlights instead of xenon headlights. And then also they added Apple CarPlay and Android Auto into the features list, as well as a new gauge cluster, and then you also do get a new head unit for the command interface, which is nice. But overall, the CLA retains still much of its styling as before. Still has that sleek roofline and a sloping roofline in the back, and it looks much like that of the larger CLS. Now here goes the key fob design for the vehicle. You have your lock, unlock to release your trunk, and then your panic alarm. And our CLA is more of a basic model here. All right, now stepping on inside of the CLA here, as you can see, it has a pretty nice interior design. It's pretty lavish. I really do love the wider screen that they introduced on the CLA here for the 2017 model year, and then I love the new steering wheel as well. Overall, it's certainly not a bad looking interior design, but the center stack controls and the climate controls do carry over pretty much the same as they were in 2016. Do you have push button ignition? Just put your foot on the brake and hit the button to start. And what you're hearing there is a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. You have a full leather wrap steering wheel. Coming to your transmission, you have a 7-speed automatic, putting the vehicle up into reverse. Displays your rear view camera with guidance lines and trajectory. You can change the brightness of the rear view camera as well as the views. And you go push for park, easy as that. You also do have manual shiftability via the paddle shifters. Let's go ahead and turn on the headlights and the hazards. Let's go ahead and check out the exterior of the CLA. Pop up the hood and check out the engine bay. Heated exterior mirrors with LED turn signal indicators. Now, with the CLA being the cheapest vehicle in the Mercedes model lineup, Mercedes always loves to advertise that it's right under $30,000. However, that is for a pretty bare bones CLA. Of course, you also do have 18-inch alloy wheels. And once you add up those options for the CLA, it can quickly jack up the price. You have halogen headlights. LED headlights are now a new option. Powering the CLA here is what most CLAs are going to come with. It's a 2-liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder that produces 208 horsepower at 5,500 RPM and 258 pound-feet of torque at 1250 RPM, with EPA estimates being an okay 24 in the city and 36 on the highway. Now, if you want, you can go for the Mercedes 4MATIC all-wheel drive system, and there is a more powerful engine option available with the CLA AMG model. However, most CLAs are going to come with this turbocharged 4-cylinder. Now, the CLA has no direct competitors. However, some vehicles you may want to consider include the Audi A3 as well as the BMW 2 Series. Really love the sleek styling with the sloping roofline. Pretty sexy looking. Coming to the taillights, you have LED illuminated taillights. We also do have dual exhaust tips. All of your basic power necessities, power windows, mirrors, and door locks. Nice stitching on the armrest here. The interior quality is pretty good overall in the CLA. However, I wouldn't say it's up to the Mercedes standard. It is pretty evident that they did some cost cutting here, especially right here. It feels pretty cheap on the plastics, and right here as well. Some hard touch plastics do abound inside of the interior for the CLA, and the build quality is okay at best, but it's certainly not up to the Mercedes standard. And interior quality certainly can be improved in the CLA. However, this is the cheapest vehicle in the Mercedes lineup, but you get what you pay for. Now, coming to the steering wheel design, I really do love the steering wheel design for the CLA. I love the controls and everything. It's pretty stylish, and I love this aluminum trim right here. Coming right here, the controls. You have your controls for the LCD screen in the center. You also do have your steering wheel mounted audio controls, Bluetooth phone controls, and your voice recognition. Down here you will find a single cup holder, 12-volt power outlet, dual zone climate control, and I'm not really a huge fan of where they place the climate controls. This is where they used to place climate controls on a lot of their older vehicles. It's not ergonomically correct here. Don't like how it's slotted way at the bottom here. It can be pretty hard to use when you're driving. It can be pretty distracting, but you do have your temperatures right here and your fan speeds, as well as your different zones. Down here you will find another cup holder, and then you have your center console storage. It's pretty deep overall, and then you have a USB port, 2 of them. The center console is nice and soft touch. The seats in the CLA are pretty comfortable. They offer a pretty good amount of side bolstering. Thigh support, it's not too shabby. Nothing to really complain about there. Visibility is a little bit of a challenge, especially when you get to the rear of the CLA. Due to that sloping roof line, you do pay for that, and the blind spot is pretty big back there. But seeing out of the front windows, it can be a little hard at times too. The A-pillars have pretty wide bases. Seeing out of the windshield is okay, but rearward visibility can be a little bit of a challenge, especially for shorter drivers. Up here you will find a manually dimming rearview mirror, SOS Safety Connect, and your map lights. And you have a panoramic sunroof with a power sliding shade. So you have your glove box compartment right here, lined with felt. Coming to the main head unit and the infotainment system, this is the command interface. Like I said earlier in the video, the infotainment system has been updated for 2017. It's a much bigger screen, and the graphics and rendering are much better this time around as well. And the controls, you have your controls down here with a little dial, and then the buttons surrounding it, and then you have some controls on the center stack right here. But most of what you're going to be using is this right here. Now, coming to your different audio sources, it does include all of the norm: AM, FM, HD radio, XM satellite radio, Bluetooth streaming audio, and your USB port with iPod integration. Coming to your navigation system, saying please wait just a little bit. I believe you have to have an SD card inserted. Yeah. You have to have your memory card inserted inside of the system so it can get all the navigation software uploaded onto the infotainment system here. Now, coming to your telephone, you can hook up your Bluetooth phone and have all of your contacts stored on here, and have an integrated dial pad as well. Now, the navigation system, the map quality is pretty much the same what you will find in other Mercedes vehicles. The map quality is good. It has that Google Earth-like view, and then you also do have live traffic, and then you can enter in your destination by voice, and you have your points of interest too. Now, coming to your settings, you have your vehicle settings, which there's many different settings that you could change here, from the locator lighting, the interior lighting, and then the ambient light brightness. I love the graphics they have for each individual setting. Then you have your dynamic select, which is basically your different driver selectable modes. You have a comfort mode, a sports mode. You could change the steering, and it changes the throttle response and the steering when you change it from eco to sports mode. And then right here you have your fuel consumption. It gives you a little bar graph. And your operator's manual. Down here you have your system settings, which you can change many different settings from the display, language, the rear view camera, all that good stuff. Overall, love the new infotainment system and the head unit. This is what you'll find on many of other Mercedes new vehicles like the C-Class and the GLE and the GLC here. And this is a really nice looking system, and I'm really glad they have updated it here. Coming down here, we also do have 3-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger. You can also access your dynamic select by pressing on this button right here, and it'll go straight to the screen. And just like with the radio, media, navigation, and telephone, you could do the same as well. And then your automatic stop system, so when the vehicle comes to a complete stop, the engine will actually shut off to save a little bit of fuel. And then you also do have a dial pad right here too. Now coming to the gauges and the instrument cluster, really traditional looking setup here, but it's been updated for 2017. It's a much better look here. And on the right you will find your tachometer and your coolant temperature. On the left you have your speedometer as well as your fuel gauge. And then in the center shows all of your vehicle information, such as your trip information, your digital speedometer, and then you also do have your eco display, fuel range, all that good stuff. Then you have your Navi, shows you your direction of travel, of course if you have your memory card inserted. And then your audio shows you what audio source is playing, telephone. And then your driver assistance, which is your attention assist, your active brake assist, and your service for your tire pressure, settings, instrument cluster, lights, vehicle, many different settings that you could change on here. Overall, love this little LCD screen. It's pretty simple, but it's easy to use too. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and shut down the CLA. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the vehicle. Materials and build quality do follow through in the rear. Now sitting back here in the CLA, it certainly can be really tight, especially on headroom. It's really limited back here, and you pay for that when you get the sloping roofline and the sleek styling. And then also the legroom is pretty tight back here too. If you want for this to be a family vehicle, please step up to a C-Class. You'll be much more satisfied. And you have rear air vents back here, as well as a 12-volt power outlet. And we're just on our armrest with cup holders. But basically, it is what they say it is. It's a 4-door coupe. All right. Trunk space back here is actually not too bad. You have your Mercedes first aid kit, and you have a ski trunk pass-through, and your carpeted floor mats. So with its excellent technology, its luxurious interior, and updated styling, the 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA makes for a solid choice for an entry-level luxury vehicle. So remember that this is Cameron Birch from Cameron's Car Reviews.